Okay, you know it. If you've watched the show, you know it. One cardinal rule of the Maury show: do not tell a man out of anger or revenge that he is not the father of your child. So joining us from Atlanta, Georgia is Nekeisha. And Nekeisha admits to breaking that rule 6 times. During a few fits of anger, she has told her boyfriend, Bryan, that he is not the father of 3 of their children: Serenity, Bryan Jr., and Azaria. Because of this, Bryan now denies all 3 kids. So take a look at why Nekeisha feels that her words were justified.
Yeah, I told Bryan he wasn't the father of my 3 kids, but I had my reasons. So let me explain my side and why I did. The first time I told Bryan he wasn't the father of Serenity is during my pregnancy. He was constantly arguing with me and I couldn't take it. Bryan used it as an excuse to cheat on me. And that's why I told him Bryan Jr. wasn't his. And then I caught him talking on the phone with another woman. I got pregnant with Azaria 2 months after I had Bryan Jr. I was pregnant for almost 2 years straight, and Bryan wasn't helping at all. I was tired and felt alone. That's why I told him he wasn't Azaria's father. I love Bryan, and I want this to work. I regret what I said, and now I need him to trust me. The only words Maury gonna say today is, Bryan, you are the father.
Okay, so Nekeisha, you admit that you regret what you did.
Yes, I do, Maury.
How has that affected your family?
Well, Maury, I'm tired. Bryan don't help me. I just want him to trust me and do what he's supposed to do as a father for his kids.
So,
yes.
Here's Bryan's situation. He thinks you've been cheating. If he doesn't think he's the father and you've told him on occasion that he wasn't the father, that must mean you're cheating. You ever cheated on him?
Not sexually, no. But I keep telling him, if he feels this way, why is he still here?
You all met and it progressed pretty quickly, right? How did that happen?
We met February 2017, intercourse March of 2017, found out we was pregnant in May 2017, and moved in together as well.
But apparently, at the time, you all were fighting, right?
Yes.
And in a fit of anger, that's when you told him the first time that he wasn't the father of Serenity.
Yes.
What was his reaction?
He just like, oh, really? It's who it is, your ex, and then he cheated on me. He said that was the reason for him cheating, because I told him she wasn't his.
I cheated after you told me that wasn't my baby.
That don't justify you to go cheat. I said that out of anger.
Here's the problem, Nekeisha. Men don't know that you just do it out of anger. Men think when you say those words, you're for real.
I regret it. I regret it every day. I live with it every day. I still try to do my role as a girlfriend and try to make it right, but it's still constantly every day I'm getting accused.
But he was there for the birth, right, of Serenity.
Yes.
He signed that birth certificate, I assume, didn't he?
Yes.
So let's be clear once again. You've never cheated on him.
Not sexually, no, I haven't.
So you're 100% sure that when I read these results, he's going to be the father of all
I'm
3?
3,000%. 3,000 for each one.
Okay. But apparently, while you were pregnant with Bryan Jr., there was stuff going on with his phone, right? He went out in the middle of the night all of a sudden to talk on the phone.
Something just told me to roll over. I look up, he was sneaking out the room with his phone in his hand. Downstairs, I stood at the top of the steps, I heard him on the phone. So I go down there, he was on the phone with another girl. He was trying to hold it behind his back like he wasn't on the phone.
And that's when you told him he wasn't Bryan Jr.'s father.
Yes, we got to arguing, and he told me that's why I told him he wasn't the father then, too.
Now, when it comes to the youngest, here's one of the situations. Bryan Jr.'s 2 months old, you get pregnant again.
Yes, and Azaria, I wasn't planning to have no more kids, but I went to my postpartum appointment. I don't know how we missed that. I broke down crying when they told me I was pregnant again. And when I told him I was pregnant, he just laughed at me.
Well, did you tell him that he wasn't the father of Azaria either because he laughed at you?
I think it was later on during the pregnancy, we got to another argument, and I told him he wasn't her father as well.
And the other result of all this is because of his doubts and all this stuff, and because of what you've said to him, he's kind of become controlling all of a sudden, right? He'll
come in the house. He won't say nothing, but by us being together almost 5 years, I can see the expression on his face. I'd be like, what's the problem now? What's the problem? He says nothing, but later on when we get into an argument, oh yeah, I smell sex in the house, or when I came in the house.
Hey, you don't understand that. Like, you tell me your panties be then you be It be smell like sex all the time. It be sex smell in the house. When we broke up,
It's
when I
not.
came back,
How
it was
is gonna be
sex
sex
smell
smell
in the house.
How do I have sex? When do I have sex, Scoonie?
You ask yourself that.
How do I have
You don't
sex
be
with
sleep all
anyone?
day.
If I have 3 kids in the house, how do I have sex with anyone?
I think we all got to look at just how you all get along, all right? So here's the deal.
And yet, this is every day.
Yep. How about those 3 beautiful kids? They look like him or not?
Yes, all of them have some of his features.
Junior is light skinned. All of them came out light skinned.
Okay.
None of them. Don't start crying now. You did this. Don't start crying now.
Okay, I know what I said, but I done tell you every day I regret.
So,
okay, Maury, we're ready for the results.
So, Bryan.
How you doing?
Maybe you're a great example for being able to tell women out there who say to their man, you're not the father. How do you feel when she says that?
You know, I feel real bad because, Serenity, that was my first child ever. And for her to tell me that she's not mine, that broke me all the way down. That stopped me from doing everything. And I don't think that she understands that by telling me that this is not my child, what that took a toll on me. The only time a person tell the truth is when they mad or drunk. And that's just that.
I got to ask you a question, Nekeisha. Nekeisha, I got to ask you a question. When was the last time you said that to him?
Not too long ago.
2 weeks ago.
Not what? How many weeks?
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. But Bryan, first of all, she told you that with Serenity, you went out and cheated on her, right?
Yeah, because she told me that Serenity wasn't mine.
And possibly
so
can have another baby.
By her telling me that Serenity is not mine, that what made me feel like that she cheated on me.
With Bryan Jr., you tried to have a child, right?
It was planned.
Right.
But when she was going to work, she was working, and I was at the house. I asked her who she was texting. She lied to me and told me who she was texting when I already looked over there and see who she was texting. So, quote, she used to come in the house at 2 o'clock in the morning. You see what I'm saying? So
we closed it at 2 o'clock.
Nothing like me. Oh, come on,
I was working
man,
at fast food. We closed it at 2
yeah,
o'clock.
texting your friend at 2 o'clock.
If I prove...
You said that you didn't have sex with anyone, but you were sitting there talking to other people, though.
Bryan, if I prove that you're the father of these children, these 3 children, are you going to stop all this about accusing her?
Maury.
This either going to make us or break us.
I love my kids.
We're going to get it together or not.
These are facts. Yes.
Exactly. These are facts. We're going to get it together or not.
I want a lot to take
I'll never stop.
I know she's
lying.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't give you a lie detector test 1,000 miles away, okay?
Yeah, I know, Mark.
But here's the thing, Bryan, I want you to promise me something. If I prove that you're the father of these 3 beautiful kids, I want you to stop accusing her of cheating because you're the father of these kids.
If I'm the father of these kids.
Mark, I want to give you an ultimatum. We're going to get it together or not.
Okay. I just want you all to make me a promise. If I find out that Bryan is the father of all 3, that your relationship will get a little better. Can you make that promise?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Here we go. We're all hoping for the same thing.
You are the father.
In the case of 2-month-old Azaria, Bryan, you are the father.
Thank you. Huh? You had nothing to say? Nothing to say?
No, it's still 2 more to go, bro. 2 more.
In the case of 11-month-old Bryan Jr., Bryan, you are the father.
You are the father. I thought so.
And in the case of
I need an apology on TV.
In the case of 4-year-old Serenity, Bryan, you are the father.
The father. I need a sincere apology on national TV. And let you keep out your ear.
Okay? I apologize.
Okay, and you accept it, right, Nekeisha?
And I apologize as well. You need to stop accusing me.
And, Nekeisha, would you apologize for making those rash statements?
Yes, I do apologize.
Very good. Thank you very much. You are not the father.